Hey y'all, I'm Elisa, the Scrappy Wife behind ScrappyWife.com, and today I have a new series for you. Every other week or so, I am going to be trying to do a planner basics series. As many of you know, I am a member of the Happy Planner squad this year. I have been a Happy Planner fan for a while. I love decorative planning, and I haven't always shared a ton about it on my channel, but there's definitely been an uptick recently, and I've had some questions that kind of made me feel like a planner basics series might be really helpful. So if you ever have any questions about planning or how I do certain things or why I do certain things, then feel free to let me know below, and I can try to get that answered in a video. But today we are going to talk about different planner layouts. So like I said, I have been using the Happy Planner for a while now. So I have several different planner layouts. And what I mean by layout is not the cover or the size. What I mean is the layout of the pages, how your week is set up. And there are 9 different layouts that I'm going to talk about here. And really, it's not that you need all 9 different layouts. In fact, most of us don't need all 9 different layouts, but it's about finding the layout that works best for you and for your life, which is why they offer a lot of different kinds so that you can figure out kind of what works for you, how your brain works, how you like to plan your week. So we are going to get started. If you are interested in finding out more, make sure you stick around. Let's go. Okay, the first layout I want to talk about is the horizontal layout. And I want to talk about this one first because I feel like this is most familiar to a lot of us. This is how a lot of planners are organized and formatted, especially when I was younger. This was kind of the only way I remember planners being formatted. So what you have in a horizontal layout, what makes it the horizontal, is that these horizontal lines give you space to write for each day. So maybe you're writing down your appointments, maybe you're using it as a journal, maybe you're using it for who knows what. Maybe you're writing down things about the books that you've read that day, or maybe you're using it for scripture writing. There's lots of different ways to use this particular format. I think this format is really beneficial, especially if you are like a writer. You like to write things out. You're going to have to write out an appointment and where it's at and what time it's at and what you want to bring. You can have plenty of room in all of these spaces to write that. You have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday on one side, Friday, Saturday, Sunday on the other side. Generally, this space is kind of open for anything. This particular one happens to be a book-based book themed planner, and so this one is like a check-in on different books you might be reading. In the past, I have used a horizontal for my catch-all planner before, which means I used it for my family's schedule. But currently, that's not what I'm using for my catch-all. Currently, I would use a horizontal planner primarily for journaling or scripture writing. So because the lines are already there, it's ready and asking to be filled in. So that's why I would use something like this in my lineup. But again, I know several planners who use this particular style for their catch-all. They break the lines, they add boxes, they add stickers. You can use it how you want, but this is just one example of one of the Happy Planner layouts. All right, next up, let's talk about my current catch-all planner, or the planner that I'm using for my family. So I'm going to turn to a blank layout. We'll go to November, and this is called a vertical layout. So it's vertical because for each day of the week, you have 3 vertical boxes. So we have Monday all the way to Sunday, and then a sidebar over here for anything you're looking for. There are lots of ways to use this. So for instance, if you have a busy schedule, you might use the vertical boxes for morning, afternoon, evening to kind of divide up your day and block out time. You might be like me. I like to keep my schedule in the top row of boxes. I keep a running to-do list or tasks for each day in the second row. And then the third row of boxes is kind of rotating. So I might keep gratitude. I might track something of some sort. You can divide this up however you want. I know a lot of people might keep track of wellness, maybe just in the bottom row. They write down their exercise or write out their meals. something like that. So that's certainly an option. This is pretty versatile. This particular layout, this vertical layout, is probably the most popular with happy planners. This is kind of the layout that they are known for, and I find it to be a really, really versatile layout, so I like it. You can use it for all kinds of reasons. Maybe you're dividing up parts of your life, so maybe it's like personal, work, and wellness, or maybe it's your schedule, your kids, your husband, something like that. This just divides up pretty easily, so I really, really enjoy the vertical layout. A variation on the vertical layout is the vertical lined layout. So you can see each day is still oriented in this vertical fashion from Monday through Sunday across the week. However, instead of being divided up into 3 boxes, you have this grayed out area, or this divided box at the top, and then lots of lines to fill in at the bottom. There are lots of ways you can use this. Journaling is fantastic in this particular planner. Again, the lines make it really easy. You could use this as a faith planner, so you could write scripture references at the top and then take notes underneath. You can use this as your catch-all planner. So maybe you don't have a lot schedule-wise going on each day, so you write your schedule up here at the top, take notes about other things that are happening or tasks or things like that that you might want to do. Again, lots of possibilities. Wellness, maybe you're writing exercise and then tracking meals down below. There's lots of different things you could use this for, but this one is just kind of a variation on the classic vertical. Okay, the next layout that I want to talk about is the dashboard layout. This is a dashboard planner, and it's very, very different from the other ones that we've seen. The first thing you'll probably notice is the days of the week are only on the right side of the spread. So it starts up here: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You have an extra box over here because this is gridded out into 8 boxes. And over here it has Monday through Sunday listed. Then on the left side of the spread, it's divided up into dashboards. That's why they call it the dashboard layout. So this particular one is labeled. It has errands to buy, calls and emails, bills to pay, and focus. So this is a great style if you are a list maker, which is something that I definitely gravitate to. And this is the style that I use for my social media spreads or my work planner. So I actually take boxes and cover up all of these titles, and I retitle them. So in my work planner, this is the videos to record. This is kind of a general to do. This is usually happy planner or creative team assignments. These are personal projects that I'm working on. And then this area, I do tend to list a focus for the week, or I will put trackers here if I'm working towards a certain goal. And then over here on this side, I tend to put Monday through Sunday. I list the videos that are being released that day, and then I list out on the days what videos I'm planning to record and work on when. Lots of people use this as their regular planner, just their standard planner, because you can keep track of your schedule over here and you have these running lists. So again, you can cover up any of these titles that you want, but they're also really helpful if you are keeping kind of a running to buy list, a grocery list, errands that you're planning on doing, calls and emails you need to return. Maybe you want to list out chores that need to get done that week. Maybe you're listing out different work tasks. So that might be something where you're having personal things over here and you're keeping track of work things over here, and it's just on the same layout but separated. That's another thing you can use. A lot of different people will put their meal planning right here in this box, so you can list out your different meals for the day. Or maybe your kids have certain specials classes like music and PE and art, and you want to keep track of what is on what day, so there will be something else to keep here. There's lots of ways you can make this layout work for you. Again, I think this is a big bonus if you are a list maker, because it really lends itself to lists very easily, and then you can kind of take information from here and insert it here as necessary. This has become very popular as a social media planner for YouTube and Instagram influencers, where they write out things that need to be done and then they write when things are being published over here. So there's lots of versatility in this layout. I do generally, like I said, end up covering up these titles, so don't feel like you are restricted to what it lists here. You can just white it out and write over it and create your own blocks. All right, the next layout I want to talk about is the monthly layout. So this is a monthly layout calendar. You have your month right here, and then when you turn, again, this is an opportunity for lots of lists. So over here you have track it. You can track 3 different things you're working on, 3 different habits, monthly goals, check it off. So some goals you have for that month or tasks for that month, note sections, top priorities, and then a gratitude section. This kind of is your overview of your entire month. And then when you turn, you don't have these necessarily dated out. So it works out where you have space for all the days of the month and then notes at the back. But it's just like a running task list for each day. This is why I know a lot of people like this, especially moms. They keep track of schedules on this calendar. Then they kind of know, they kind of have a gist of their schedule, soccer every Tuesday, baseball every Thursday, that kind of thing. They keep track of other things that are going on, special things for their family. And then on each day, you can date it right here at the top. And then you just have your little running to-do list, which is really helpful if you are a list-oriented person. There's a ton of ways to use this monthly layout. I find it really intriguing. It's not a layout that I have used before. I actually borrowed this planner from a friend so that I could show you, but I'm really intrigued about it, especially as someone that works from home. I kind of feel like this running checklist would be really helpful for me. So it might be something that I'm investigating for 2022, but it's a very different feel for a calendar. So if you're someone that doesn't have a busy schedule, but you do have things you want to get accomplished from day to day, this might be the planner for you because you don't need a lot of room to keep schedules. You might just have a few appointments or lunch meetups every now and then, but you have some goals, whether they're personal goals, wellness goals, work goals, whatever they are, and you can kind of keep track of that right here. All right, so this is an example of an hourly planner. So this divides your week up into an hourly layout. You can see that it does look similar to the vertical line. So you have space up here. This particular one has this extra row that's focusing on self-care. And then you have hours of the day, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. So you can block out time. If you are someone that does time blocks, then this is going to be really helpful for you. I always envision this as a work planner. If you have meetings, if you need to make sure you don't have conflicts between work and personal life or just work meetings in general, maybe you're scheduling phone calls, this seems like it would be a great planner for that. Personally, I would keep my schedule down here and I would keep some priorities for each day up here, things I wanted to get done. A fun layout. This one is more structured. So I feel like there's maybe a few less ways to change this one up, but I think if you're wanting an hourly layout, that's why you want it. You want the structure, you want it divided up for you because you're needing to see that structure within your day. So it can be really beneficial. So this is the vertical hourly layout. Okay, the next 2 planners that I wanted to show you are kind of more specific layout types. So let me show you first. This is a wellness layout. When you open it up, this one happens to be undated. It's divided up. And like I said, the goal for this is to focus on wellness. So you have the days of the week at the top. They're still oriented in a vertical fashion. But for each day, you're setting your intention for the day, how you nourish. So you are writing down, that's like your food log. Movement, what exercise did you do? And then take note, this is giving you some reflection chance. So this is a great way to focus in on your wellness, to have a separate planner. Can you track these things in some of those other layouts? Of course you can. But if you are maybe starting a wellness journey or restarting a wellness journey, this might be a great way to focus in on that. So I think it's really beneficial to have a separate planner that is all about your wellness. A lot of people like to take sections out of planners like this and then put them into the regular planner, which is one of the great things about the Happy Planner system, is that you can just pull out pages that you need, and I could attach this into what I would call my catch-all planner, and that way it would be all together, so I wouldn't have to carry multiple planners at one time. This is a great way to use a wellness planner to block it out. It does a lot of the thinking for you. So it's already telling you what you're tracking, what you're looking at each day. If you don't want to do these categories, you can certainly just white this out and track different things. Maybe you're tracking total steps here or water intake. Maybe you're keeping with food, or maybe you're using this for exercise, or you're just tracking whether or not you're having extra snacks, something like that. There's all kinds of ways to adjust it, but I like that it's already set up for you, so some of the guesswork is taken out. This is actually a faith planner. So it has a different layout. Again, it's meant for Bible study. This is what's called the SOAP layout, which is scripture, observation, and application, and prayer. So there's, you can add the prayer. What I use my faith layout for, I have a big faith planner and I use it for morning Bible study. So at the top, I write the verses that I am studying for that day, and then I take notes underneath, depending on what study I'm doing. I don't actually follow the SOAP method. So generally I just cover up these words with washi tape or something like that. And I use it as if it were a vertical lined planner and just take notes straight down. You can change this up to work for you. So maybe you are wanting to include your faith planning in your regular planner. So what you might do would be having scriptures for the day up here, maybe your prayers in this middle section, and then maybe in the bottom, that's where you keep your schedule, your random to-dos, tasks, things like that for the day. You can incorporate faith planning into your catch-all planner, but this one is a separate one that gives you plenty of space for taking notes, adding prayers, things like that. They're beautiful, beautiful planners. I love having a faith planner. I've been doing a faith planner since the summer of 2020, and it has made a big impact on how I study in the morning and how I read in the morning. So I very much have enjoyed using it. Something else you might do, maybe you don't have a really busy schedule, so maybe you're keeping your schedule on this calendar right here, and then you're just using the rest for faith study, because you can keep track of everything you need right here, maybe some running tasks over here, and then this can be all faith-based. So you can certainly make this faith planner work for your regular planner, the one you carry with you all the time. The last two layouts that I wanted to show you are kind of school themed. I have a teacher layout right here and a student layout. You'll notice the student layout is not currently on discs because I am using some different parts for different reasons. I like to take mine apart, but this is what's called the color block layout. It used to be called the student layout. Now it's called the color block layout, and you can see because there are different blocks of color each day. So we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday do not have the color blocks, and you have an extra box down here. The original intention probably would have been for a student. So Monday through Friday, you might have a different block for each class that you are taking, so you can write out what's due, assignments, things like that. I have used this for my work planner. So what I would do is list out projects over here that I was working on for that particular week. And then I would have, this is what needs to be recorded. This is what needs to be put on social media. This is what needs to be edited this day. These are extra projects. This is tasks that I'm tracking. And then this might've been miscellaneous, something like that. These are great for wellness as well. So maybe on each day you're tracking water and food and sleep and exercise and how you're strengthening your mind and something about your emotions or feelings. So it gives you a little section to be able to easily divide that up, which is really helpful. I actually like that Saturdays and Sundays were more open, because I have found that even when I'm tracking wellness, when I'm really working on that, Saturdays and Sundays tend to be a bit more lax. So you don't have all of the color blocks that way. Lots of ways to use this for sure. Like I said, originally geared for students, but I've seen a lot of creative ways to use it as well. And so if you like kind of compartmentalizing, again, if you have a family, maybe it's your schedule, kid number 1, kid number 2, kid number 3, husband, and then overall family things. You could keep track of everyone's separate schedules, but all on the same page, and seeing it divided up, that might work best for your brain. Or maybe if you don't have a family, you're still keeping track of personal schedule, work schedule, when I'm meeting with friends, what appointments I have, running to-do lists, things like that. You can kind of divide it up. If you have a renovation going on, you could use this for, these are calls that need to be made. These are purchases that need to be made for a particular renovation. These are the times that the contractors are coming. These are appointments that are being made. This is the progress that's supposed to happen that day. Just the fact that it's divided up helps your brain kind of compartmentalize some different things. So that can be really, really helpful. This is, again, the color block layout. All right, the last one I want to show you is a teacher layout. And let me turn to a blank spread. This is the teacher layout, and I have used this for multiple reasons. So I have used this as a teacher. You can see on the side, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So you have the days of the week, not Saturday and Sunday, because teachers don't want to think about school on Saturdays and Sundays. But then you can write out, if you're a classroom teacher, maybe you have your different blocks like math and language arts and science and those different blocks. If you are a middle school or high school teacher, maybe you're writing out different periods of the day, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. When I was an elementary music teacher, I wrote out the different grade levels. So I taught kindergarten through sixth grade, so I could keep track of the grade levels up here, what they were doing. And then I would just block out the days that I was meeting with those particular classes. So it was kind of helpful in that way. If maybe you're someone that likes to plan for during the week and you don't need a plan for the weekends, and in fact, you don't want a planner for your weekends, this might be a really helpful thing to track during the week, and you're tracking different parts of your life or planning different parts of your life, and then you're letting the weekends go. I currently use this as a wellness planner. So let me show you a wellness planning layout. Okay, this is my wellness planning layout. So I cover up the days of the week over on the side and I relabel them. So I have exercise, water intake, how I'm nourishing my body, what knowledge I'm gaining that day, and all the feels. So this is kind of an emotional part. And then at the top, I just relabel these Monday through Sunday, add the dates. Really simple. You can see I just hand wrote the names in, added a few decorations, and then I come and kind of track things each day. That's one way to do it. If you don't want to use it as wellness, you could still redate the top and put some different categories down here to track wellness things that you're wanting to check out. So again, lots of possibilities to make it work for you. It's all about trying to see where your brain functions best. All of our brains think of things differently. Even as planners, we kind of organize our brains, our space, our planners differently. So there's lots of options to make sure that there is one that will work for you. Okay, I hope this was a helpful overview. I actually shared 10 different layouts that the Happy Planner currently offers. There's even more out there that are more specialized, like a recipe planner, a different fitness planner, some different options for a budget planner. That's another one. So there's lots of options out there. Again, I don't use all of these all of the time. I'm a big proponent that you should use what is working for you at that moment. So sometimes I change things up. I tend to be a vertical girl. I like my vertical layouts, but every now and then throwing in a horizontal or a dashboard can help me kind of refocus and reinvigorate. So I think it's helpful to be able to change it up from time to time. Not all of these particular planners are currently available on the Happy Planner website, but there are versions of these. So I will link to some different versions of all of these if you want to check them out. Heads up, those are affiliate links. I am a member of the Happy Planner squad this year. I feel super grateful to be on the squad. The affiliate links don't cost you any more to shop through those, but they do help me support this channel. So I am super appreciative when you're able to shop those. Let me know in the comments below which planner you either currently use or which one is kind of intriguing you or something you might want to try out. I would love to hear about it. I love talking planners. I think they're super fun and they definitely fit my personality with the creativity and the organization all mixed into one. A huge shout out to my Scrappy YouTube members. Thank you so much for all of your support. You guys really make my whole week. If you are interested in becoming a Scrappy YouTube member and receiving some of the perks that you can get along with membership, then make sure to click the join button, or there is a link in the description box. All right, I hope that you have a fabulous day, and as always, keep it creative.